Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever.
Hello and welcome to Whittles Field. The Friday night lights are on and they are bright. Archbishop Spalding and Calvert Hall for the Cardinals. The visitors, it is their first MIAA contest of the year for the three-time defending champs of the A Division. They look to go 2-0 in league play tonight. I'm Tyler Lochte, joined by Jordan Johnson here in the booth. And Jordan, this should be a good one.
No doubt. You have two very good offenses that put a host of points, fireworks on both sides. It's going to be exciting to see, especially on the Spalding side with this new freshman and Brian Snowden, second in the county already in passing yards.
For Calvert Hall, they will receive. Spalding won the toss and deferred. It will be Chris Hewitt and Harry O'Connell back deep to receive for the Cardinals. Jackson Osmond, the sophomore, will get us underway with the swing of the right foot.
And Hewitt's going to be somebody to watch for Calvert Hall. He's just a really dynamic athlete, kind of a do-it-all guy, can play both sides of the ball, committed to Rutgers, son of a coach on the Ravens, so he's going to be fun to watch.
The kick goes out of bounds, so that will set up Calvert Hall really nicely here. Oliver Noll, the junior, will lead the Cardinals.
Yeah, and not a great start for Spalding. One of the things that Kyle Schmidt said he wanted to do was dominate the kicking game. And unfortunately, with that kick, not a great start in the special teams department. But this Spalding defense is going to be fun to watch, led by Sean Johnson in that defensive backfield.
Ace Holmes is the back to the right of Oliver Noll, the junior quarterback. The fake to Holmes, Noll will keep it, and he will get maybe two.
And Ethan Boston right there on the stop. Great start for this Spalding defense. They had a great game against McDonough. It's kind of been an up-and-down ride for this defense. Spalding sitting at 2-2 on the season, but that game against McDonough really got the momentum going for this defense.
So after the keeper there by Noll, it will be second down and 8, a gain of 2.
Talking to Kyle Schmidt before this game, he said he wanted to dominate and stop the run. So that'll be something to watch out for this Spalding defense. Of course, they lost a lot through that 2025 class on the defensive line. Delmar White no longer there, but they still have their host of players there as, again, Calvert Hall gets another short run there. So far, so good for this Calvert Hall front seven on the defensive front, Tyler.
The carry there by Holmes. You're going to see a lot of him. He comes into the night, 22 carries for 175 yards for the senior.
And now this is the time for Noll to step up. Hewitt's on the outside. This is what you want to see out of your first-year starting quarterback.
The pitch to Holmes, and he's going to be about 2 yards short. Fourth down upcoming here for the Cardinals.
Decision time for head coach Tyler Ward in his first season. Looks like he wants to leave the offense out there. In order to beat a team like Spalding, who's just so dominant on both sides of the ball, you're going to have to steal some possessions away. And this is what Tyler Ward's looking to do early on in the game. Big decision time right here. Big gutsy call right here going forward on fourth down.
Cardinals need 2 yards. And now a timeout is going to be called. Oh, excuse me. It's actually going to be a substitution here.
So they take out
Noll. That's going to be Noah Kowski into the game, the backup quarterback. He has not yet thrown a pass this year, but he has run it.
Might see a quarterback sneak here.
Kowski instead will hand it off, and that's going to be a first down and more for Harry O'Connell, and the Cardinals will move the chains.
And how about that play call there from Tyler Ward? You know, when you saw Nowakowski come in, you thought, hey, he might take the ball himself, that change of pace with the backup quarterback. Instead, it's kind of an RPO there, and he opts to make the right decision and give it off. Good play for Calvert Hall, sending some momentum early on.
So new set of downs here as Noll is back in the game, and he will keep it. Noll finds a bit of room on the near side, and he will scurry across the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and I like this game plan early on for Calvert Hall. You want to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers or keep it in the hands of your playmakers. No one of them kind of a do-it-all, dual-threat quarterback. You're seeing that early on.
Coming into this game, Noll has carried it 16 times through just 3 games. Certainly a dual threat guy.
But you know what, Tyler? When you have that element of a first-year starter, it does bring a little bit of kind of deceptiveness to a defense. What do you have to prepare for?
Harry O'Connell will take the handoff. He will just get back to the line of scrimmage.
And again, you know, Calvert Hall just has so many of these guys like O'Connell, like a Hewitt that can play running back, can line out wide at receiver. We've seen that throughout their first 3 games of the year. And it's going to be interesting. This is kind of the game that you expect them to mix it up a little bit, throw some different looks at Spalding.
It is 3rd down, 33.
3rd down and 3 here for the Cardinals. Noll in the backfield with him is Holmes. A short pass far side. It's a bit too high. Noll was looking for Chris Hewitt, and it's going to be decision time again for Coach Ty Ward.
Yeah, and I like that play call there from Calvert Hall. You want to get the ball in the hands of a playmaker like Hewitt there, try to get him on a little screen there. Unfortunately, they just couldn't execute it. Spalding got a chance at a turnover there as well.
Looks like the Cardinals are going to leave the offense on the field here again. Officially 4th down and 4. No hash marks here at Spalding.
Like the aggressiveness.
Noll is going to drop back to pass. Pressure comes. He's going to look to evade. Now he's going to look downfield. He wants O'Connell, and it goes through his hands. A stop for Spalding. They take over on downs.
That's a key stop there from the Spalding defense. Love that pass rush there, getting home to a guy like Noll, forcing him out of the pocket, throwing what looked like a dangerous pass at first. But then Calvert Hall almost had it there. But for this Spalding defense, great stop. Kind of a break there, kind of bailed him out, kind of a little bit of a bailout there on the drop pass. And now we'll get to see this Spalding offense has been very explosive all season long.
O'Connell has caught just 1 ball so far this season. That would have been number 2 as the first play here for Spalding, a run up the middle. And that is Antonio Leadbetter. We will see a lot of number 6 in red tonight.
No doubt. Antonio Leadbetter really is one of the best running backs, not only in the county, but I'd say in the state as well. Just been a do-it-all guy for Spalding, been getting it done the last 3 years, and he's really one of the leaders of this offense along with Aaron Igwebe.
Brian Snowden, the freshman quarterback, gives to Leadbetter again. Far side he goes, and he's going to get nearly enough for a first down. I think it's going to be 3rd and very, very short.
Yeah, and again, just pounding the rock for this Spalding offense. You know, the ball goes through 6, and he's going to be a key part of this game for them on offense.
3rd down and inches here for the Cavaliers. Snowden, he can run as well since taking over the starting job in week 2. The freshman has carried it 13 times, including 2 for touchdowns.
No doubt, it's played very well, especially for a freshman. They call him Little LB, Little Brian. He's certainly done a great job so far.
Flag will fly. The Cardinals are fired up because that's a false start. And it goes from 3rd and inches to 3rd and 5 here for Spalding.
Yeah, and that's just the reality of not only having a young quarterback, but really just being young in general. This is a Spalding group that lost a lot in that 25 class, as I mentioned earlier, but not a rebuild for this team. This team is certainly in retool mode, but you're certainly seeing a lot of guys first time on varsity, first time getting playing time for this squad, mixed in with some of these vets like Igwebe, like a Cam Miller, like a Leadbetter who have been there. So even in Game 5, you're still getting down that timing.
3rd down and 5 here for Spalding. Handoff goes up the middle for Leadbetter again, and the Cardinals are going to get the stop. They really struggled, this Cardinals defense, last time out against the Little Explorers from LaSalle. But in their first 2 games against Penn Charter and Curley, they were fantastic.
Yeah, gave up 48 against LaSalle, so this defense will be something to watch. And Spalding going for it on 4th down.
And they're going to get the 1st down on the defensive penalty.
Oh. Big no-no for this Calvert Hall defense. And Spalding looks like they're going to get a free 1st down.
Call is encroachment. It was 4th down and 3. And now 1st and 10. Those unforced errors for the Cardinals, you got to cut those out against a team as talented as Spalding.
No doubt, even with, you talk about as much as Spalding lost, this is still like one of the, if not the favorite in the MIAA A Conference.
Snowden looks downfield. He's got his man, Cam Miller, for 6.
Beautifully drawn up play. Brian Snowden, perfect execution there. Miller wide open. All he had to do was put it on the numbers. He did that. Cam Miller did the rest. And a great play for Spalding, getting some early momentum and getting a touchdown early on. Take another look at this. Just a great, again, these RPOs, all Snowden has to do is put it out for Miller, and then Miller does the rest. It doesn't get much easier than that.
You give Spalding an inch on the penalty, and then they take a mile on the deep shot. And Miller, the Cavaliers up 7-zip.
Miller already a 3-star in the class of 2028. I expect that to be bumped up to 4 by the time he hits senior year. He's just that talented of a player for this Spalding offense, and he's only going to get better and better the more games he plays.
The sophomore already holds offers from Maryland, Penn State, and Syracuse. Those offers, I agree, are going to really start pouring in. So Robert Lonergan will kick this off. His first kick tonight went out of bounds.
Trying to kick it away from Hewitt. You can understand that. We'll see where they go there, and might go to the other side with O'Connell.
It will go to the near side. That is Hewitt. Hewitt will take it out and beats one. Not much more, as a convoy will crowd him and take him down at the 25-yard line.
That's a special teams unit that's understood the scout there. Closing in quickly on number 2, even after making one move.
So the Cardinal offense will come back out after Spalding strike on a long touchdown pass.
And, I don't want to say it because it's so early on, but it almost feels like a drive where Calvert Hall must score just for the momentum. You know how quick this Spalding offense can get points up. You got to keep up with them, keep up with the pace, play ball control offense. So it'll be interesting to watch how they go about that here on this drive.
Back on either side of Noll. Here on 1st and 10, the handoff is to Holmes. He goes near side, makes a man miss, and now Holmes is going to be awfully close to a 1st down. They will give it to him.
Yeah, and Holmes is one of those guys that Tyler Ward said he's just a beast. And when you watch him on film, you watch his huddle, you certainly see that burst of speed, and you see it on this run right there as well. And again, Calvert Hall's just got to continue to put the ball in the hands of their playmakers, find ways to get them involved in order to play ball control offense.
This time, Noll keeps it near side. He wants the edge, and he's not going to find it. He goes crashing into the Spalding bench after a short gain.
And again, this is the Calvert Hall offense that I would say is a more running type offense, excuse me.
Second and a long time.
And you're certainly seeing that early on.
So Noll, the quarterback, will have Holmes to his right. 3 receivers wide, and the tight end Schrader in there as well. The handoff goes to Holmes. He goes up the middle, and there is a gang of Cavaliers waiting for him. 3rd and medium coming up here for the Cards.
And this is a key third down for this Spalding defense. Can you get Calvert Hall off the field? Can you get that offense back on? You certainly, as the first quarter, 4:45 left, you would like to get the ball back, get another possession here early on, double up.
Noll still looking for his first completion tonight. Noll's going to find some room and take off. Oliver Noll inside the 40 and out at the 36-yard line. A great run there, a first down for the Cardinals, and Noll showing his dual threat ability.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you overcommit there. Spalding clearly in blitz, overcommits a little bit, and good recognition by Noll, quickly taking off there, seeing that open space and going right for it, getting a first down and getting some much-needed momentum for this Calvert Hall offense.
4:24 left to go in the first quarter. Cardinals looking to tie this game back up. O'Connell behind Noll. Holmes to the quarterback's right. Noll will hand it off to O'Connell. Whistle goes, and that's going to be a false start on the Cardinals. First and 15 now coming.
You certainly can't have penalties if you're Calvert Hall, especially coming off the big play. Have to see how this affects them going forward on this drive.
Great crowd on hand here tonight. Cardinals and Cavaliers doing battle.
Of course, this feels like already one of the bigger games in this conference when you just talk about the way things are going to shake out. Expect these two teams to be at the top, St. Mary's as well.
That's O'Connell with a nice gain there on first down after the false start. He will pick up a good chunk of yards on first and 15.
Again, just these speedsters. You see these Calvert Hall offensive playmakers just have that extra burst of speed coming out. They're hyped up to go against the Spalding team.
Just under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Noll with Holmes to his right. 4 wide here for the Cards. Noll's going to hand it off. That's Holmes up the middle. And this D-line for Spalding really coming to play here so far.
Yeah, that was a great read there by Ethan Boston coming up the edge. Came in unblocked, read the run quickly, and quickly caught back up to it. So great play recognition by number 4.
Third down and 9 it is. Third down.
Third down and 9 here for Calvert Hall.
It'll be interesting. Expect some sort of an RPO here. If Noll sees something, he'll throw it. Otherwise, I expect them to go run here.
Noll's going to drop back to pass. And it's going to be caught by Holmes. And Holmes has room. He goes to the far side. And he's finally taken down at the 6. A great gain there for the Cardinals. Their first completion of the night.
Yeah, one of the more deceptive plays out of this Calvert Hall offense. Squeezing Holmes in there in the middle of that pile on the screen. Such a small guy, you barely see him. Noll throws it up to him, and he just sees green in front of him. Great play there by Holmes.
3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 2 backs with Noll. Noll's going to hand it off. That's Harry O'Connell looking for the goal line. He's going to be about a yard short.
See these short yardage formations for Calvert Hall.
Cardinals need 2 yards here, it looks like.
Plenty of blocking there. Might be setting up some sort of an RPO here.
Noll's going to hand it off. That's Ace Holmes in for the touchdown. And the Cardinals an extra point away from tying it.
And again, Calvert Hall just did a great job of simply putting the ball in the hands of their playmakers on that drive, setting up great RPOs. Noll the decision-making there, and he didn't really have to do much on that drive, but he just made the right decisions, and ultimately Calvert Hall looks like they're about to tie this thing up, pending an extra point.
Eric Petrino is the kicker. Can the lefty make it 7-7? Snap is good. The hold is good as well. And the kick is through. 7-7 here, 2:22 to go in the first. Let's take another look here at the touchdown from Holmes.
Again, RPO, quick handoff to Holmes, and Holmes just simply does the rest there.
Ball got knocked out just a little bit too late there by Chase Hoyle.
Hoyle, the Navy commit, one of the stars of this Spalding defense, along with Sean Johnson.
Cole Kantorski will kick this off here for the Cardinals.
Now, if you're Brian Snowden in this Spalding offense, just keep doing what you've been doing. Keep pounding the rock, setting up the play action, setting up that pass game. And hey, here we go, Tyler. I think we might be in for a shootout.
Absolutely. Cam Miller back deep here for Spalding. Kick is going to go to him. And he will step into the end zone for a touchback. So now this Spalding offense, led by Brian Snowden, will come back out there.
Yeah, 2:20 here in this first quarter. Be interesting to see if they go up-tempo or if they slow it down a little bit. You're certainly not playing for the quarter, but hey, if there's times to work on these sort of up-tempo, no-huddle type situations, it would be now.
Snowden takes the snap, now hands it off. Up the middle goes Pinson. He will get a few on first down.
Yeah, Spalding has that two-headed monster in the backfield with Leadbetter and Pinson, and this time it was Pinson there. And I love all that motion that Spalding puts into their offense. You never quite know who's getting the ball.
Yeah, it was Cam Miller who was in motion there. Now he's in motion again, and this time the pass is going to be caught by Igwebe, and Igwebe gets space. Down the near sideline, one man to beat. He runs him over. Igwebe still going all the way down to the 5. Biggest play of the day so far for Spalding.
Was that Aaron Igwebe or Derrick Henry with all those stiff arms? Woo! I mean, that is simply putting the ball in the hands of a playmaker. Simple screen pass. Webe does the rest, gives a stiff arm, puts his defender on the ground, another one. And that's what Hewitt, mind you. It just keeps going. Speed, power. Webe has everything. Towson's getting a good one. Spalding's certainly happy to have him.
Snowden now looking in zone for Igwebe. He will dive for it, but just out of reach.
If you're watching at home, we are not going to get a flag there, but you be the judge there. Certainly a lot of pushing and shoving on both ends of that.
So now Snowden will look back to his sideline.
You know who Snowden reminds me of, Tyler? His offensive coordinator when he was in high school, Anthony Messenger. And I watched him at Arundel, kind of got that same type of deal.
That is another touchdown, Cam Miller. His second of the night. And for Snowden and the Cavs, they're firing on all cylinders here in the first.
It's simply about putting the ball in your hands of the playmakers. Cam Miller, Igwebe's screen set it up. All you had to do was throw it up for Miller. I mean, and that's just easy money for Miller.
13-7. Here is the extra point. It is right down the middle from Robert Longeria, and it's 14-7.
And this is why it was so important for Calvert Hall to have that ball control and take up as much time on offense, because Spalding can just get so many quick plays going.
14-7.
For Snowden now in his young career, this is just game 5 of it. He's got 12 touchdowns and only 1 pick.
I mean, that's all you can ask for your young freshman. Come in there, but you'd say be a game manager, but he's certainly done more than that. Just made the right plays, great decision maker already, and you can tell he's got a bright future on his hands.
Robert Longergan is going to send this deep. Hewitt and O'Connell back for the Cardinals. Hewitt's going to watch this go out of bounds again. Second time tonight, Jordan, that Longergan has not been able to keep it in play, and with 1:37 left to go, here in the first quarter, the Cardinals are set up well.
Yeah, when Kyle Schmidt watches the film, he's certainly not going to be happy with that. Considering coming into this game, he wanted to dominate the kicking game in the field position. If you try to kick it away from a guy like Hewitt, you can't do that. Can't have it kick go out of bounds.
So now the ball will be on the 35-yard line, and again it will jumpstart this Cardinal offense. I've not yet seen a punt tonight. It has been that kind of game. They failed fourth down conversion. O'Connell runs through a few and gets 9. That's a great play there by Harry O'Connell.
First down, brought down by number 1, Sean Johnson. Second in the yard, making 2.
Talk about the two-headed rushing. That's O'Connell again, far side. He's got it up for the first down and more. He goes across midfield.
Crosses
53
midfield.
seconds left here in the first quarter. A new set of downs for the Hawk.
Yeah, I just love the motor on this kid O'Connell, man. He just keeps going and going and going, and it doesn't feel like that motor ever stops.
So the clock rolling here. 35 seconds left to go here in the first. Cardinals not in any rush.
And you have to wonder, for a second, it looked like maybe Calvert Hall might have been trying to take it down.
It's going to be a keeper by Noll. He goes right up the middle, and he will be stopped. And I think that's going to do it here for this first quarter. Calvert Hall does not need to run another play. You might as well hold it, Jordan, and talk about it here, and that's exactly what they will do.
No doubt. So far, all these offensive fireworks, been a great first quarter.
So we will step away here. When we come back, the Cardinals with the ball, down by 7. And we welcome you back to Whittles Field. I'm Tyler Luchte. He is Jordan Johnson. It's a critical second down and long coming up here for the Cardinals. They're down 14-7. And Jordan, Cavaliers have scored touchdowns on both possessions so far.
Yeah, if you're really on both sides, you have to love the way this game is going, right? You're Calvert Hall, you're playing this ball control offense, having these long drives getting going. And for Spalding, you're just getting the quick plays.
A big play there by this Spalding defense. Joey Sheffers got into the backfield and gets a TFL on Harry O'Connell.
And he came in, and we get another look at this. It looked like he came in unblocked. They're getting into that backfield, right through the middle. So that's a lapse on that Calvert Hall offensive line, and Sheffers takes advantage.
It will be 3rd and 14 here. The clock did not start here in this second quarter before that last play. Noll drops back to pass. He's going to look over the middle, and it's just over the hands of Morozov and incomplete.
Yeah, and that was the first sort of third down and long for Calvert Hall. They had done a great job of keeping it in third and manageable. And now, for a second, it looks like Calvert Hall was going to have to make a decision, and now they do make the right call, which is the punt.
Jaden DeCastro is the punter for the Cardinals.
I know you can't see it on your screen, but Tyler Ward is over livid with the ref. I think it might be over the clock issue, but he was fired up on that third down.
I think he may have also wanted a possible PI there as Morozov had a defender on him, Jordan.
Morozov, the Maryland lacrosse committee.
As good as it gets in terms of short stick D minis at the high school level. And the great John Tillman at Maryland certainly values that.
And now you're putting to a dangerous returner in Igwebe.
Castro will get it off It's going to take that's immediately out of play. So the Cardinals flip the field, and the Cavaliers will look to go 3 for 3 for touchdowns on their drives tonight.
I mean, hey, it's just pick your poison, right? You go, who do you want to go to? 13, 3, 6? They've been all getting it done so far. It'll be interesting to see this Spalding offense for yet another drive.
So we've seen a lot of two-back sets tonight for Calvert Hall. Now we're going to see one here for Spalding, and why not when you've got two backs as good as Leadbetter, number 6 and 16, Pinson.
Yeah, and when you have these sets, they allow your freshmen to make quick decisions.
The handoff goes to Pinson, and he is going to get maybe 2 there on first down. Looks like the issue with the clock has been resolved. 11:25 and counting left to go here in the first half on a beautiful night here at Severn.
No doubt. I mean, 88 degrees. It almost feels like a summer night, Tyler. Doesn't get much better than this.
A huge crowd on hand as well, enjoying the beautiful weather as Snowden finds Pinson. Pinson with the stiff arm. A big hit there, but not before he crosses the marker. A first down here for Spalding.
Again, the quick plays from Spalding. They want to get the ball out of Brian Snowden's hands quick, get it into a playmaker, and unfortunately we've got an injury on the field for Calvert Hall.
That looks like Tyler Wiggins down. On the near side, I think he was the one that made the tackle there on Pinson. So the medical staff is going to tend to him.
We hope he's okay.
So let's talk about this Calvert Hall side.
You know, this defense has struggled a little bit, right? It feels like they've been there at first, but then it's been the second effort by these Spalding offensive players. The yards after the catch. You know, if you're Calvert Hall, you just want to clean up the little things. And I mean, honestly, it just comes down to simply executing, making the tackles that you're supposed to make, and looks like Wiggins is going to be okay.
Yeah, good to see Wiggins up and running over, and that's a team over there in white. Whole bunch of guys for the Cardinals running over to number 7 as he makes his way off the field. You love to see that.
And no doubt, and also this is a Calvert Hall team that's come out with a little bit of extra punch on their hands. Listen, when every team plays a team like Spalding, who's a 3-time MIAA champs, it's like their Super Bowl.
Snowden takes the snap, hands it off. That's Leadbetter right up the middle. He cuts outside, now back inside with the spin, and he goes down inside the 15. Pick your poison for this Spalding offense.
Yeah, we've been saying it. Pick your poison. 6, 13, 16. That time it's Leadbetter. And again, escaping the tackles. I mean, if you're Calvert Hall, this is just simple. Make a simple assignment football right there. But Leadbetter's just too fast for him.
10:20 to go here in the first half. Two backs there with Snowden again. This time it's Pinson up the middle. A good job there by this Calvert Hall D-line. That was Manny Beck, the freshman there, wearing 45, that got into the backfield to make the play.
Yeah, that time they played assignment football there, D-line all over that run there. And but how about this quick play offense for Spalding?
Snowden with two backs with him. Snowden high snap, runs to his left, throws to the end zone for Miller again. Did he come down with it? Yes, he did. He got a foot down. His third touchdown tonight. What a game from number 3.
I mean, it feels like all 3 of those touchdowns for Cam Miller, Brian Snowden has put it right in his hands. It doesn't get much easier if you're a receiver. Great plays there, but how about the creativity of this Spalding offense getting the ball in the hands of a playmaker like Miller?
And the kick is up and good. 21-7 Spalding. Let's take another look.
And again, just a great design there. 2 running backs out. Leadbetter with a great block there, allowing Snowden the time and room to make a throw, and Miller with the footwork to come down with it.
Third touchdown for number 3.
And if you're Calvert Hall, this is exactly what you were afraid of when you punted the ball. On the other side was Spalding doubling up. You know this offense can put up points in a hurry. This is what you were afraid of. Now if you're Calvert Hall, you got to come back, get some momentum on offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them come out, run the ball the first few plays, just try and play ball control with 9:41 left in the second quarter.
So Spalding will look to send this long with Lonergan. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this from around the MIAA, Snowden's a freshman and Cam Miller is a sophomore.
I have a good feeling that by the time both of these cats get to their senior year, they're going to be getting some national attention, being talked about as some of the top players in the country.
Far side the kick goes, and stepping into the end zone with it is Hewitt, and that is the way to prevent the return.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a key there where they wanted to prevent Hewitt from getting it done, get it done in the kicking game, play that field position battle. So the first time, Kyle Schmidt's got to love it. You see as the kicker comes off, teammates are giving them the high fives. And that's just a good way to rebound. Sometimes with these kickers, it's just simply mental.
So with 9:41 left to go here in the first half, this game is far from over. The Cardinals, they can strike fast. They certainly have the talent. But the pressure is certainly on the visitors right now, the way Spalding's moving the football. Noll with two backs with him. That's going to be a whistle there, a false start on the Cardinals, and they're going backwards here to start this drive.
Can't have that already. We're in deep field position. Penalty certainly not going to help.
So it will be first and 15 from the 15 here for Calvert Hall. Again, Oliver Noll still looking to get going.
One thing he has done a great job of is putting the ball in the hands of the Calvert Hall playmakers.
This time he's going to keep it now, fire it over near side. He wanted Michael Johnson, but the pass a little bit high. Not the first time we've seen that tonight for Noll. He's got to get these throws down.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a dangerous pass there. It was a forward pass for a second. Almost thought that was going backwards. If that were a backward pass, had it hit the ground, Spalding would have had a chance to scoop that up and take it right in the end zone. But now, second down and long. And when Calvert Hall got to third down and long, when they had to throw it, you saw Spalding's defense make a play there on that last drive.
You know what? I think that they will say that pass went backwards and then out of bounds.
That's what I thought. It looked like a backwards pass at first, but gave the ref the benefit of the doubt, and now they're moving it back, it looks like.
So that's going to be a loss of 4, and now it's
even more dangerous territory. Right.
Second down and 18-19 range. Again, there's not hash marks here at Spalding, so it's tough to tell. But a timeout called here for the Cardinals, and at this point, you're really going to have to break this over 2 plays.
Yeah, exactly. You're 3rd and 18 now. You want to get this to maybe 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, or excuse me,
right.
You're on 2nd and 18. Excuse me. You want to get it to 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. Try to get it to somewhere manageable, but yeah, to have that play start off with a backwards pass, certainly not what you want. But they're lucky to even have possession there because that could have been very dangerous for Calvert Hall.
Right. If that ball doesn't roll out of play, it would have been real trouble. Noll's going to hand it off near side O'Connell, and he's going to be thrown out of play after a short gain of maybe 2 or 3. And now it will be 3rd and long, 3rd and about 15 here for the Cardinals.
See, it's going to be an interesting call for Tyler Ward. Does he want to get aggressive and throw the ball, or does he want to run the ball and essentially play for the 4th down and maybe play for field position on the next drive? I think when you're down 21-7, you almost have to throw it here just to give yourselves a shot, Tyler.
Cardinals have completed, I believe, just 1 pass tonight. It was that long one, though, to Ace Holmes. Cardinals need 16 yards here. Noll steps up, gets tripped up, almost lost the football there. Lucky to hang on as a hit came from behind. It will be a gain of 4, but not nearly enough for the Cardinals. They will punt it away again.
But big hit by Justin Snells. How about Snells coming back to the play there after the rush didn't come through? Noll stepped up a little bit, but Snell kept with it and was able to stop Noll on the run.
Snell is a guy who's got multiple D1 offers on the table from Rhode Island and Merrimack, among others. Punt here for the Cardinals is a good one. It's going to take a Cardinal bounce and keep rolling. That's going to stop at about the 33-yard line. A great job there by the punter, Jaden DeCastro. And the Cards flip the field.
Listen, if you're going to punt on 4th down, that's exactly what you want there. Able to flip the field there, especially being so deep in your own territory. Now the defense has got to make a stop, something they haven't been able to do so far.
The closest they came was when they got it to 4th and 3, but then it was encroachment that gave Spalding the first down. They scored a touchdown soon after.
Doesn't matter what sport it is, every coach will tell you it's about the little things.
Snowden takes the handoff now, runs to his left, and just throws it away.
Yeah, smart play there by Snowden. Saw the rush coming from behind him. And with no one open, I mean, that's all you simply can do. Keep this thing. You don't want to lose yards. Keep this at 2nd down and 10.
Again, that's just really smart by a freshman there, Jordan. Not panicking, just making the good decision. Just throw it away, live to fight another down.
And this
There's
is
nothing there. I think that the ball needs to be moved back a yard. Again, it's tough without the hash marks in the middle of the field.
But just to finish the point I was about to make, this is a kid that's got a big arm, too. It's already 2nd in the county in passing yards.
Snowden hands it off this time, though. Leadbetter makes one man miss, shakes off another one. Leadbetter with the first down rush.
And again, we talk about these playmakers for Spalding. Now it's Leadbetter again and getting the yak. I mean, really, this wasn't even yak. Yards after, being pushed after attempted tackles. I mean, Hewitt almost had him on the ground, not once, but twice.
Jaden Falcon there as well.
Yeah, Leadbetter just having that quick burst.
Another injured Cardinal will stop the clock at 7:36 after, and another great run.
Yeah, I mean, listen, injuries happen. You certainly don't love it, but not only does the injury happen, but that just kills a little bit of the momentum, a little bit of the tempo that Spalding had going on offense, but certainly cannot control the injury bug.
By the way, for Snowden, let's talk about this Spalding offensive line in front of him. 4 seniors, 2 of them are D1 bound, and then maybe the best player on the offensive line is the sophomore, Bryce Smalls. He's a 5-star.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Smalls is just one of the best players in the country. Really just a big guy, get it done. I mean, and you talk about you had the opportunity to learn under a guy like Kyle Lucas. And when you have your head coach, Kyle Schmidt, who played offensive line at Maryland, you know you're certainly under good tutelage as well.
Yeah, it really helps. A young quarterback and 2 really talented backs to have a great O-line as Jordan Hicks, the injured Cardinal, is being helped off the field.
Yeah, and Hicks, one of the better players on this Calvert Hall defense, so that'll be something to watch as we go not only throughout the rest of this game, but really throughout the rest of the season in MIAA action. If Hicks has to miss any time, that's a big loss for this Calvert Hall defense down the stretch.
Well, we just highlighted Bryce Smalls. He's not on the field right now. It's the junior wearing 52, Owen Rickard, in that right tackle spot. The Bears going to hand it off. That's Pinson. He breaks a tackle, tries to shake another one, and he's going to get just enough, I believe, to move the chains.
Get another look at this. But if there's one thing these Spalding backs know how to do well, it's break tackles. I mean, simply throws his arm in there again, and again keeps the feet moving. These Spalding running backs do not want to go down. Love the motor on them.
What a block there by Quinn Purnell as well. Snowden looks Miller's way and does not find him. Miller wanted the call on the sideline, but the umpire says that he did not get a foot down, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
But how about the vet move there by Snowden? I mean, getting out of the pocket, seeing his first read wasn't there, going to the second one in Miller. I mean,
Jordan,
that was savvy.
This does not look like a freshman here wearing on.
Wow, right.
It's unbelievable to watch. You know, you lose a guy like Malik Washington, and then replacement, just a freshman. That's Leadbetter far side, another first down run. And then a flag. I think that might be a few more added on.
Unnecessary roughness there on the Calvert Hall side. Might have to wonder when you're down by 2 scores if the emotions are getting to you a little bit. Get another look at this run by Leadbetter, throwing yet another stiff arm. Going to get an over-under on how many stiff arms these Spalding backs are going to throw today. Another one. And
that's going to be a face mask. Yeah, that's Chris Hewitt.
And the vet coach's kid, he knows better. Unfortunately, that's going to cost Calvert Hall a few yards.
Well, that's what it looks like it takes right now to tackle these backs. It's not coming easy, that's for sure.
No doubt. Listen, if I'm the Spalding track coach, I'm certainly looking at these backs and saying, hey, can you come over and run a little track for me? Let's win some MIAA titles in track as well.
So the ball is going to be moved all the way up to the 15-yard line here for the Cavaliers. They've got plenty of time. 6:48 left to go here in the half. And again, remember, Spalding deferred the opening kickoff. They could score here, maybe get it back once more before that half.
Especially with the way that defense is settled in.
Snowden hands it off there to Pinson for a short gain.
It just almost feels like an embarrassment of riches. And, you know, a lot of folks in the county, in the state, might have been wondering what this Spalding team was going to look like post-Malik Washington era. It doesn't look like they've slowed down one bit, even with the couple of out-of-conference losses.
Calvert Hall is going to call another timeout here. So you talk about the embarrassment of riches for the Spalding team. All 3 touchdowns have been caught by Cam Miller, and that just shows how good he is at the top end for this Spalding offense. Again, Kid already has offers from Maryland, Penn State, Hughes. Just a sophomore, those offers are going to continue to roll in, especially when you've got a freshman quarterback that's going to command so much attention here in this area.
No doubt, and that just speaks to not only Miller himself, have to give him all the credit in the world, but really just the elevation of Spalding as a whole. You know, you talked about the Malik effect and, you know, what he was able to do for this community, but it's been everything after with Spalding. All these elite athletes, they're choosing maybe not to go to a DeMath or a good counsel like they may have done in the past, but stay close to home. Anne Arundel County has so many great athletes, and now they're looking at Spalding as a destination spot, a spot where they know they can come and play big-time football.
2 backs with Snowden. He's going to fire to the end zone. He's got his man, Igwebe, for 6.
I mean, it just doesn't get much easier than that.
4th touchdown tonight for Brian Snowden. And this Spalding offense, Jordan, they're putting on a real show.
I mean, it just feels too easy right now for Spalding. And if you're Calvert Hall, how do you let Igwebe just get that wide open? I mean, listen, I understand it's all about assignment football as a DB.
As the kick is good, 28-7. 21 in a row for Spalding. Let's take another look here at the touchdown.
Yeah, and just to finish that point, you understand it's about assignment football, but letting a guy like Igwebe get in the end zone that wide open, that's a mistake on the Calvert Hall front, and Igwebe takes advantage. It doesn't get much easier than that for number 13.
4 drives, 4 touchdowns, 4 passing scores for Brian Snowden. That's the first tonight for Aaron Igwebe, the senior, headed to Towson.
You know, it borderline feels like the opposite, right? You expect teams to sort of throw the ball, keep throwing it, and then run it down close to the goal line. It's been like the opposite for Spalding, where they're running it down, getting it close, and then just letting Brian Snowden throw the ball, make a play, make a quick, easy read to his receivers.
Really impressive performance tonight for the Spalding team, and you talk about how good their offense is. They don't even have Miles McAfee, the junior, the 4-star, number 5 wide receiver in the country in the junior class, out with injury. As Hewitt goes far side, tries to break a tackle and make something happen. That is a solid return for Chris Hewitt. He sets up this offense, and now it really feels like now or never for the Cardinals.
Exactly where I was getting ready to get at. This feels like a drive where Calvert Hall, who came out early and saw that they could run the ball a little bit on this Spalding defense and get down the field, it really does feel like a do-or-die type of drive. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. You got to get some momentum going into the second half.
How about this D-line so far tonight for Spalding?
I mean, they just done a really good job. Kyle Schmidt said he wanted to stop the run, and they've done that and then some.
It's a really talented group. Cards will try to run it. O'Connell finds some space. Near side cannot break the tackle, though. What a great job by Jonah Lewis. If he doesn't make this play, O'Connell might be gone.
Yeah, get another look at this. It's the second burst. Keep the footsteps for O'Connell. And, yeah, to your point, Jonah Lewis stopping him right at the hip there. And a great play for Calvert Hall, getting some momentum here on this critical drive for them on offense.
So 5.5 to go here in the first half. O'Connell up the middle. That is going to be a whistle and a false start. Oh, man, and now the Cardinals have an injured player. That is Ace Holmes.
That would be a big loss. Luckily, he's jogging up. He's on his feet.
You can't lose him on a play, especially one that does not count. And it's good to see number 1 in white get off the field.
Number 1 is just a special player for this Calvert Hall offense, and anytime he has to miss is brutal for them. Hopefully he's okay, can get back out there for them.
From the Calvert Hall 36-yard line.
But you do have Harry O'Connell.
The handoff is faked. Throw there to the tight end. Schrader does not get there.
I think a Spalding defender may have gotten a hand or a finger on that throw. Get another look at that.
Yep, you're right.
It looks like his arm got in the middle of that passing lane.
That's Ethan Boston, another guy headed to Towson on that far side.
We saw on the previous drive Boston making a play in the run game, and now in the pass game when he can't get home, making a simple tip.
Throws far side. That's Chris Hewitt. Makes one man miss. Tries to shake off another. He's going to get maybe 1 or 2.
Great ball awareness from this Spalding defense. As soon as that ball hits number 2, you see all the guys swarm towards the ball.
Another injured Cardinal. This time it's Mike McKay. So McKay is down as the Spalding defense will refuel.
Certainly don't love these injuries if you're Calvert Hall. Not only thinking about this game when you're having to come back from being down so much, but throughout the rest of the MIAA season, you certainly don't want some of your best guys hurt.
Yeah, remember, this is game 1 for the Cards in league play. Good to see Okay, getting a bit of pep in his step as he gets over to that far sideline, and his substitution will come on. It's Matt Snodgrass, the sophomore, called in action here.
This is a critical third down for this Calvert Hall offense. Got to stay on the field here.
Cardinals have just been behind the sticks a lot tonight, Jordan.
Yeah, but, you know, it felt like in that first quarter when they were in the manageable situations, they were getting first downs, and see what they do here.
Noll has to step up, fires it over the head of Holmes. He would have had a bit of room to run if Noll could keep that pass down. Instead, it's another high miss, and it's going to be a punt coming here for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and when you just get those third down and longs, you have to make plays first. Good to see Holmes back on the field, but that's just a little bit too high for him.
You can see the frustration from the head shake there by Noll as Jaden DeCastro will come back out to punt it.
And now for this Spalding offense, 4-minute mode, you want to be the last ones to hold the ball here.
A good punt for DeCastro. Forces a fair catch on the far side by Igwebe. And now the Spalding offense will come back out.
We've seen them with the quick hitters so far that have gotten it done. But now with 4:16 left, expect them to see them maybe slow things down just a hair. But any of these Spalding playmakers have the ability to break one off.
And we will have Bryce Smalls out there, big number 56. Look out for him at right tackle, as good as it gets in the country at his position as the handoff goes to Pinson, and he might get one.
Not the worst thing in the world. Keep the positive yards moving for Spalding. Run some clock down.
Snowden in the backfield with Pinson. Snowden will fire it near side. Cam Miller just dropped it. And now if you're Calvert Hall, an opportunity.
You know, a guy like Cam Miller is going to look at that one and put in a couple extra reps on the jugs machine. Players like him, they don't want to be good. They want to be great. So when they have drops that are uncharacteristic, they're certainly going to want to improve.
3:48 to go here in the first half. It's 3rd and 7 here for Spalding. Snowden wants it all downfield for Miller. He got it. Have a night, Cam Miller. Perfectly placed by Snowden again.
What a beautiful throw there by Snowden. I mean, how about the airtime on that throw? Beautiful ball. Miller, all he has to do is come down with it on the numbers. I mean, the chemistry between those two is just great to see.
I still can't believe I'm watching a freshman here wearing number 9. And that's Snowden, far side. Pass is going to be caught by Miller.
To your point, that's veteran decision-making right there by Snowden.
That's veteran touch as well.
You know, I said Spalding might want to slow the ball down a little bit, but hey, when you have guys that can just simply make plays like these guys on the Spalding offense can, doesn't matter how you get it done, but you certainly see them running the clock down a little bit here.
2:50 to go here in the first half. Snowden drops back, looks far side for Miller. It's knocked away. A great defensive play there by Tyan James. He prevented a touchdown. Would have been the 4th tonight for Miller.
Yeah, and it was just simply the safety help there from Calvert Hall. Looked like Miller was going to have a wide open touchdown. Safety came in, got a quick deflection there. That's been one of the best plays that, frankly, Calvert Hall has had on defense all night.
So Spalding looking over to their bench. Now the Cardinals will sub. Snowden will hand it off to Pinson. He will get a few up the middle.
Creative motions within the Spalding offense.
That's It's going to be 4th and short now for the Cavaliers. 2.5 to go here in the first half, and the Cavaliers are going to go for it. Snowden will put his man in motion.
Ooh, maybe a Calvert Hall player might have jumped. It's close. I think Spalding thinks he jumped too.
Snowden looks over to his bench. He's just going to stand around and just wait for this call to come in. And now a timeout going to be called here for Spalding. I think that was just a look to maybe get him to jump. Will Spalding kick now? That's the question. I don't know if they have to. I mean, they have converted on the only 4th down that they've had so far tonight. It was off of a Calvert Hall penalty. Converted on 3rd down a few times, including that deep shot you just saw to Miller.
If they do go for it, wouldn't be surprised to see them draw up some sort of an RPO. Maybe a fake to Pinson, a fake to Leadbetter, and another throw. They certainly done a good job of throwing the ball in the red zone.
Yeah, Cavs are going to go for this. Snowden back out there, looking for touchdown number 5 in this first half.
It's Pinson next to him, Miller in the slot. Keep an eye on those two.
4th down. It's a reverse. That's Miller. Miller wants to throw it. Now he's just going to take off and run it in. His 4th touchdown tonight.
Said keep an eye on those two. Spalding, just the creativity of this offense. Wanted to run a little Philly special there. Miller didn't see anyone open, says, oh, I can easily take this myself.
4 touchdowns for Snowden. Now 4 touchdowns for Miller. It's not even halftime.
And again, man, this Spalding offense, this Spalding team, no rebuild, just a retool. Great job.
And the kick is up and good, 35-7, including 28 in a row here for Spalding.
Get a look at the wannabe Philly special. Miller wanted to show off his arm, telling his receivers to go to the end zone,
and then
makes the decision.
His quarterback, Snowden, with the block to clear the way. What can't number 9 do?
No doubt. I mean, how about a big boy block to hair by Brian Snowden? Miller with the speed, but again, just the creativity of this Spalding offense. They're just doing what they want out there.
An unbelievable half here for Spalding. That's the first rushing attempt by Miller this year, and of course it goes for 6.
You know, I don't want to start comparing, this year to last year, but when I watched the Spalding offense last year, I didn't think they could get much better. I mean, I think we might be seeing them get better, which is a scary thought.
Kick is going to be a bit of a pop-up here. Chance here for Holmes, and Holmes gets a nice return. He gets to the 40-yard line. If you're going to kick it short, maybe not give it to number 1.
But look at this at the end, the kicker coming in there.
Oh, wow.
Putting his arms in there, making a tackle.
Lonergan is going to be watching that film from that play back all week long.
I doubt it, but Pat McAfee, if you happen to see that clip, you're going to love that one for the brand. Kicker's getting in the mix, making a tackle. You'll love it.
And what a tackle it was. That's Ace Holmes. That's a dangerous man. Wearing 1. He's in the backfield now with Noll. Noll is going to throw over the middle, nearly intercepted.
And I hate to say it, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it just feels like on any forward pass, Noll has just been unable to get anything going. It's been the screens. We saw the one screen earlier in the first quarter that got it done for Calvert Hall. Maybe they might want to go back to that quick passing game. 1:34
left to go here in the first half for the Cardinals. They really want to try to find some points here before the half is over. That pass is complete to Holmes, far side. Once a block there by Morozov. Now he cuts back to the middle, still dancing around, and he's going to be tackled inbounds, but he will get enough for a first down. That will stop the clock. What an effort by Ace Holmes.
Yeah, how about it? Not the perfect pass there by Noll, but get the ball in the hands of your playmaker and Holmes is staying up. Look at the footwork there. Little shake school action there, trying to get away from tackles.
He's shifty.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think Calvert Hall would have liked to see him get out of bounds. But instead, that clock now moving again. It's approaching 1 minute.
That's just a young player. He'll learn when he sees that on film.
No. He's going to take the snap, look over the middle for Morozov. He's got him, and Morozov's down to the 25. That's the best passing play so far tonight, the best throw by Noll.
Absolutely great throw there by Noll. Get another look at this, and then Morozov going up and getting that pass. There again, short receiver there, but uses that vert to go up and get it and get some momentum for this Calvert Hall offense.
Cardinals looking for something here before the half. Noll has to run to his right. He's going to fire to the end zone. He's got his man. Touchdown, Cardinals, Morozov again.
And Morozov was just in the right spot. Great throw there by Noll, escaping, getting out of the pocket, putting it on the numbers for his receiver. Great play for this Calvert Hall offense, giving them some much-needed momentum heading into the second half.
When in doubt, how about you give it to number 14, He is a freak athlete. There's a reason why he's going to Maryland to play lacrosse.
No doubt these lacrosse players, they just get it done, Tyler, I tell you.
And the kick is good. How about some momentum here for the Cards before halftime?
Yeah, get another look at this touchdown here. I mean, first, the escapability from Noll. Noll seeing that pressure, feeling it, and then just putting his best throw out there, right there on the numbers for Morozov to catch it. It doesn't get much easier than that.
Eli Best nearly got a hand to it, but Morozov waiting for it there in the back of the end zone.
But Spalding does get the ball back here with 30 seconds left, and we all know how dangerous this offense can be. They can get things going quickly. If they want to, Kyle Schmidt might just opt to play the sportsmanship game and take a knee. We'll see how aggressive he wants to be, especially because they do get the ball back coming out of the second half.
Oh, no, I feel like if you've got number 9, he can throw it, man. He can fire it downfield. We've seen that already tonight. I would not put it past Spalding to try to get something here, and that starts with a good return. That's going to be blasted downfield and into the end zone. Goes Cam Miller. So no time goes off the clock, and now for Spalding, they've got 31 seconds to work with here, Jordan, and 2 timeouts.
I mean, again, with 2 timeouts, quarterback with a big arm, receivers that can make quick plays, running backs that can get out in space and have extra bursts. I mean, you really have the plethora of options if you're Spalding. Snowden lined up in the shotgun. It looks like they are going to be aggressive. Try to get this ball into the hands of one of their playmakers.
Snowden, he will drop back. Looks near side, just over the head of Aaron Igwebe.
Like the idea, though.
Yeah, just trying to work near the sideline there, Jordan. Get something quick, stop the clock.
No doubt.
Now, the one thing you really don't want to do, you'd rather not score here than have a turnover, maybe give the Cardinals a chance to put some points on the board.
Exactly.
And so Leadbetter will take this handoff. He will run it up the middle. Cardinals need to get him down, and they will.
Let's see. Expect Spalding to call a timeout here, or if they want to be aggressive.
That's Cooper Averno, who was running around without his helmet. I think he needs to come off for one play due to the fact that his helmet came off.
And I think that might have saved Kyle Schmidt from having to call a timeout there.
I think you might be right. And I think that Schmidt, he wants a penalty for the fact that Averno was running around without his helmet, and he's going to get it. That would be illegal participation, Jordan. That's a 15-yard penalty.
It's just a costly penalty for Calvert Hall. The Spalding team, just an easy 15 yards. Not only that, but Kyle Schmidt gets to save his timeout as well.
So now Snowden is going to look long, downfield, over the middle, and incomplete. He wanted David Leadbetter.
It's dangerous pass and double coverage, but luckily, Snowden, you put it not only where your receiver couldn't get it, but where nobody could get it.
David Leadbetter has caught 12 balls in just 3 games so far this season. Had a 25-yard touchdown last time out against McDonough. He has not yet caught a pass tonight. That was his first target. 11 seconds here for Spalding. Snowden looks near sideline, and that will be caught by Igwebe.
Again, that being on the sideline, you're saving your timeouts. Now you're getting into decision time. You're going to have to get another pass here probably towards the sidelines if you're Spalding.
7 seconds left to go here in the first half.
You got time for one more play and then potentially a kick.
Yeah, you certainly got time for it. Calvert Hall has 1 timeout left. They will elect to use it now.
I think they just wanted to get a look at that formation for Spalding, see what they were going to do there.
Yeah, you can't take your timeouts with you, Jordan, so you might as well call it here and talk things over.
Exactly. There is no, if you're Spalding, the one thing is you don't have Cooper Welch there in the kicking game. He's at the Naval Academy now. I don't think that affects your decision-making too much here if you're Spalding, especially with the big lead.
And you do still have a solid senior kicker in Robert Lonergan, who has nailed every extra point. He's booted them all over the net so far tonight, behind as well.
And with a big lead, might not be a bad opportunity to get your kicker a long field goal as well.
Right. Just can't have it get blocked. Again, if you're Spalding, you'll take late into halftime. Another throw near side is caught by Igwebe to set up, I guess, a Hail Mary. Although, it doesn't really need to be a Hail Mary. With the touch of Snowden, you might just go 4 verts, have everybody run towards the end zone.
You're going to likely find someone open the rate this Spalding offense has been playing.
Well, the Cavaliers are going to have trips to the right of Snowden. Snowden drops back, steps up, fires here for the end zone, and it will be knocked down. And that will end the half. But for Spalding, what a first half it was. 4 passing touchdowns for Brian Snowden. 4 total touchdowns for Cam Miller there on your screen, wearing number 3. A dominant display by the 3-time defending champs.
Best offensive half we've seen from this Spalding team. I mean, how about the complete half as well, settling in on defense after that shaky first drive. It's been a great ball game so far.
So we will step away when we come back the second half here from Spalding. Stick with us. And we welcome you back here to Spalding. It is a perfect night here in Severn. I'm Tyler Lochte, joined by Jordan Johnson. 35-14 at the half. How good have the hosts look?
I mean, just the most complete game that I think that they've played, or most complete half that they've played all season long.
That's right. It's not over yet.
It's certainly not over yet. And listen, Calvert Hall has some playmakers. Don't get me wrong. A guy like Ace Holmes, you get the ball in his hands, and he can make anything happen. But Spalding, they're making this a track meet, whether it's Leadbetter, Cam Miller with 4 touchdowns, Aaron Igwebe, and, of course, the freshman, Brian Snowden, making plays at quarterback.
For Spalding, it was 28 in a row before the Cardinals scored before the half, and then they punctuated that with a stop, the momentum maybe, with the visitors right now.
Yeah, you love to see that. You like to see, getting what you would call a stop on that last drive of the first half if you're Calvert Hall, and would certainly love to see that go into the second half And look at the strength and conditioning coach of this small team. You know he's got his boys in shape.
Anytime you see a guy on the sideline with the sleeves rolled up, that's your guy. That's how you know you have found the strength and conditioning coach.
Oh, yeah, and you know he means business. There's a reason why this Spalding team is 3-time defending MIAA A Conference champions. It starts in the weight room.
Right. Talent gets you so far, and certainly do the Cavaliers have a lot of it, but they have also just really done a great job in the trenches tonight. Their physicality, their ability to finish tackles, Jordan, tonight, that's been a difference in this game.
No doubt. And you know, for a guy like Kyle Schmidt, that's something he really puts emphasis on. You know he wanted to come in, stop the run, but you know how much he values offensive line play. Spalding's always had great offensive line play over the years. You just come to expect that with a Kyle Schmidt coached football team, and they're showing that here tonight.
Yeah, whenever you have a coach that played in the trenches, you always can expect that aspect of his team will be solid.
And I think this team kind of lives and breathes Kyle's personality, right? Like, he's a little bit of an aggressive guy, but he gets the most out of his players, and you certainly see that this team kind of playing through him in the sets. And you know, it's been like that not only this year, but in years past, and just expect to continue to see that out of this Spalding football team.
12 minutes on the clock here in the third. It will be Cole Kantorski to kick this away. And deep is the very, very dangerous Cam Miller. He will catch it in the end zone. And that is exactly what you want to do if you are Cole Kantorski there, Jordan. Just kick it so far that number 3 can't hurt you.
Yeah, don't even give him a chance. You know what number 3 can do with the ball in his hands, and expect to see a lot of that here on this drive for the Spalding offense.
Cam Miller, 4 touchdowns there in the first half. Snowden, the quarterback, with 4 as well. He also had one to Aaron Igwebe. Snowden is going to hand it off. That's Leadbetter bouncing around, and that's a nice job by Sean Parker to meet him in the backfield.
Yeah, again, great initial effort there by Parker, getting Leadbetter off his footing. And, hey, if you can get plays like that if you're Calvert Hall, you're going to take them.
Well, there is an injured Cardinal down, and that is Sean Parker, who made that initial contact that slowed Leadbetter down. And so now we will see the Cardinals training staff come out and meet him.
And that's just been the unfortunate part for Calvert Hall. Not only are you getting beat by this much, but the injury bug has hit you a little bit as well. So just something to keep an eye on as we go throughout the rest of this game and as Calvert Hall moves throughout the rest of the MIAA season.
This is a huge defensive position as we look at this Calvert Hall defense. Jordan, if they get a stop here, that's 7 points on either side of the half for the offense and maybe a path back into this game for the Cardinals.
No doubt. It starts in the trenches. You want to stop this Spalding run game as much as you can. And then you want to make a guy in Brian Snowden beat you with his arm. We certainly see how big it is, but at the same time, these playmakers from these Spalding backs are just home run hitters, so you want to start there and then make the freshman quarterback beat you with his arm.
Well, beat them so far, he certainly has, with 4 scores, with just so many talented guys on the outside. But I see what you're saying, especially now in the second half. You can't let Spalding dominate on the ground or this thing's going to be over quickly.
Not only that, you let them dominate on the ground. They keep control of the ball. They can sort of play that ball control offense that Calvert Hall looked like they wanted to play early on. Certainly don't want that on the other side.
All right, back to the action here. Clock running down. 11.5 to go here in the third. Snowden fires it far side, and that is a great tackle by Averno. He's fired up after that, and he should be.
Great assignment football right there. Get another look at this. Averno right there. He had the Miller matchup and just went right to it. See ball, play ball. Great play on this Calvert Hall defense.
Talk about the importance of the weight room. That's on full display there by Averno to stop a dangerous man just dead in his tracks and wrestle him down to the ground. And now that sets up a big third down here for this Cardinal defense. Can they find a way off the field?
It'd be big if they're able to stop the Spalding offense.
Snowden drops back, looks to fire far side. He's got a first down and more. That's Leadbetter. David Leadbetter this time, the junior. And that will move the chains.
You know, compared to some of the other throws we've seen Snowden make, you know, it's just a quick and easy one right there. It almost feels like a little bit of a kind of slowdown there from what we've seen, but getting the first down big. That
time it is Antonio Leadbetter up the middle, dragging men across the line, or will they say forward progress stopped just short of it?
Take a friend with you, Antonio Leadbetter.
That will be second down and 1. And now the refs will change their minds and say first down. It looked like 1 to me. Again, tough without the hash marks. But it looked to me like he got just enough, and the refs will move the chains. A nice run there by Leadbetter.
I'm not sure quite how much influence our ref up here in the booth had, but have to wonder if that may have played a factor in the decision.
Snowden goes deep. He wanted Igwebe. Could not connect. Second and 10.
Yeah, it looked like it was right in the middle of Igwebe and Jeremiah Yates there. Excuse me, and John Juppie, number 84. Just looked like Snowden put that ball right there in between those two. Still early on in the season for me.
Still early on the season for Snowden, and it's just hard to believe how confident he looks. Took over this starting job in week 2, and he has not looked back. Snowden fires far side. That's Cam Miller. Cam Miller with the burst. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 30. How good is number 3?
When you get the ball in his hands, it's like starting a car. You see him make this play here, quick screen there. Then as soon as the ball got in his hands, it's like starting the Jets. Boom, stiff arm, and then let Cam Miller go. It doesn't get much better than that.
That's the center, by the way. We're in 55. Grant Little with the block. And now Leadbetter finds some room. Antonio Leadbetter is down at the 1.
This Spalding crowd wants a touchdown here. We'll get another look at it. Leadbetter just taking advantage of a hole going right through it. And we'll see where he got pushed out. Ooh, I don't know. Replay might have said he got pushed in, but.
Well, either way, it's just 1 yard for this Spalding offense to get. You can see how big this crowd is behind the end zone. Snowden hands it off. Leadbetter walks right in. His first score of the night, and it's 41-14, all Spalding here at home.
Well, no question about that one. You let Leadbetter finish what he started there. Walk-in doesn't get much better than that. Now you have to wonder, when does Kyle Schmidt start to go into his bench a little bit with this big lead?
So much talent. Wonder if there's even that much of a drop-off. And this huge crowd here tonight certainly loving what they've seen so far as that is banged through. 42-14. And for Spalding, they finished this drive exactly how they wanted to. Just give it to 6. And he walked right in. And how about that O-line just perfectly clearing the path for him?
I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that. It's all about the big boys in front. Yeah, if I'm Leadbetter, I'm taking those guys out to a nice meal. You saw the Mission barbecue truck. If I'm Leadbetter, I'm going there trying to get mom and dad to get my offensive line some food because they've been making some big holes for them.
These backs have been eating all night long.
But, it speaks, to the point we were talking about with the talent. It speaks really to the pipeline that Kyle Schmidt has built turning Spalding not only into a powerhouse in Maryland, but really into one of the top 20 teams in the country. Last year they got about as high as 8-7, depending on what poll you look at. And you expect the momentum that they've had this year, even with the early losses, to find their way back into the national top 20.
That's Johnson, who receives the kick and fights his way to the 30. Nice return there by Michael Johnson, and now we will see this Cardinal offense again.
And hey, if you're this Calvert Hall offense, you just want to go out and get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. I know I've been harping on it all night, but you see a guy like Ace Holmes, Harry O'Connell, those have been the big home run hitters for Calvert Hall. How do you get the ball in their hands, and how do you get them with just a little bit of space?
So Noll, quarterback for the Cards, looking to get this offense going. He fires far side, just out of reach there of Lanier. And second down and 10 upcoming here. 9:33 to go here in the third.
And you understand down big why Calvert Hall's throwing the ball, but it's really been the strength so far as their run game. So it's going to be interesting to see when they turn back to it.
So Noll in the backfield again. He will hand it off to Holmes, and we will see that run game, but there's just not much room here for Holmes to operate. He gets a few yards there, and it's third down.
And Joey Sheffers has just been all over the field for this Spalding defense. Not only is he the signal caller, but you've just seen him in the mix of every play, every run, and just a great overall job by number 0.
Cards looking over to their bench. Noll's going to take the snap, drop back, fire over the middle. He's got his man Morozov, and that is who the passing game has gone through tonight. A first down to the 45.
Again, this quick passing game for this Calvert Hall offense, getting the ball in the hands of a speedster like Morozov, and if you're Noll, that's just a great pass, putting it right on the numbers.
Good tackle there by Smith before Morozov turned on the Jets. We know he's got that athleticism. Stars in the spring on the lacrosse field, for which, again, he is headed to Maryland. Noll is going to hand it off right up the middle again, and this D-line for Spalding has won the day. That time, Harry O'Connell runs into a wall.
And I think that was Sheffers again getting in the mix there on that run play. So 2 great stops in the run game for Sheffers. And again, just talk about his do-it-all presence. You see him get the signals there from the sideline, putting guys in positions, and then making yet another great play.
Man, Joey Sheffers wearing 0. That's a name that we've said a lot tonight. He has been excellent. Second down and 9 here for Calvert Hall. And again, the give is to O'Connell, and he gets a nice run. Cardinals want a first down, and they will get it.
And again, they just keep feeding the beast, feeding your guy in O'Connell, letting them get a step, get another look at this. And again, it's just that extra little bit of burst there. Escapes not 1 but 2 tackles there, and gets a much-needed first down for this Calvert Hall offense.
7:20 to go here in quarter number 3. Noll drops back, runs to his right. Now he's going to fire downfield once. Morozov, he makes the catch.
This one might be coming back. I saw a flag get thrown. Might be a holding call. It is.
Yep, so Cardinals will move back 10 yards.
That's just an absolute brutal penalty there if you're Calvert Hall, because it was a great catch by Morozov on one of your biggest plays of the night. As we get the signal from the ref that it is a holding call. Unfortunately, wipes it out.
So the Cardinals moving backwards.
And not only that, you're putting yourself in a first and long, and that's certainly something that is not favorite Calvert Hall, is getting in these long down and distance situations.
Cardinals need to get to the 37-yard line. They're on their own 45. Long way to go here for Calvert Hall. And off to O'Connell again. He goes to the far side and gets maybe one. Under 7 minutes to play here in the third.
Justin Snell first on the scene.
Again, if you're Coach Schmidt and Spalding, I know he wants them to continue to hound this Calvert Hall run game as much as they can. That was a point of emphasis for them this week. Get some subs on both sides.
6:20 left here in the third for the Cardinals. Long way to go here on second down. Noll drops back. Great block there by Holmes. Now Noll is going to look to run it. He gets a block from Johnson, and then he gets taken out. He landed on a football right there, but a good effort from the Cardinal quarterback to get something there, and now it's second down and 13. A nice effort.
Yeah, nice effort there by Noll, but even better effort by Holmes on the block. And I'm watching for this hit by Johnson, and it was perfectly legal. Right on. For a second, I was worried about him potentially drawing a flag for this Spalding defense.
Yeah, maybe a late hit there, but I agree with you. It looked clean to me. Third and 13 now for Calvert Hall.
Also a great time to give props to Paul Garza on the replays.
Noll going deep, far side, knocked away. Great defensive play by Chase Smith.
Calvert Hall has not thrown the ball deep much at all. This was the time, if you're Smith, to make a play. He certainly did that. Good throw by Noll. Look at how much hang time that ball had. Was right in the numbers for Morozov. And Smith just made an even better play on it. Well done.
6:01 left to go here in quarter number 3. The Cardinals will punt it away. Down here by 28. And it will be booted downfield by DeCastro. Fair catch is called for here by Aaron Igwebe. And we will see this Cavalier offense again.
Another drive, and again, you talk about, I was wondering when Kyle Schmidt might go to his bench, but at the same time, too, when you have a guy like Snowden who's so young, you want to get him as many reps as possible. Only, the limited amount of time that he's played so far. So in a game like this, certainly a time to maybe work on some things, and that will help you down the line.
Snowden has Pinson to his right. He gives it to him. And a great... oh, no! Pinson shook out of the tackle and gets a few. I thought he was wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. What an effort here by Pinson.
I mean, look at it again. We were about to give credit to the Calvert Hall D lineman for bringing them down, but just the burst there from Pinson, bouncing back off and getting inside, getting some positive yards for this Spalding offense. Wow.
That's incredible. And off goes to Pinson again, and this time the Cards wrap him up. Third and manageable upcoming.
Ooh, and it looked for a second, okay, player's going to be okay. Looked for a second, you might have another Calvert Hall injury. Luke Spiker heading off the field there, looked a little bit slow to get up.
Third down and 3, and Snowden gets the Cards to jump. That's the second free first down on a needed situation. They're given away by this Cardinal defense tonight.
That's a vet move there by Snowden there. with that cadence. It was a simple clap, but hey, whatever gets it done, get a first down for this Spalding offense.
He really is doing it all. He even had a block tonight that set up a touchdown. Handoff here to Pinson up the middle. He will get a handful of yards.
This Spalding team, with not only with these two backs, but with the receivers on the outside, is just going to be so dangerous down the stretch in MIAA Conference play.
Cardinals drawing the whistle there as Quincy Barney was running off the field. And now a timeout's going to be called. So the Calvert Hall timeout, 4:09 left to go here in the third, and we've seen Spalding really work on the ground here in this drive.
Yeah, it's been all Cam Pinson so far on the ground. Leadbetter not in there, but Pinson, again, we saw him with the escapability, escaping that tackle early on. And, hey, when you have this big of a lead, why not go to your run game, especially when you have two backs like 6 and 16.
Pinson is back in there. It really has been his drive. Second down and 6. Snowden, far side, it was almost picked off. Bounced over to Chris Hewitt, who has a pick 6 earlier in the year. Nearly had another one there.
Yeah, that was just the most dangerous throw that Snowden's thrown today. And luckily it didn't go to get into the hands of number 2, because he would have been seeing 6.
Calvert Hall will sub here. Did not get him off the field. Snowden looking deep. It's a free play, and it's incomplete. He wanted Cam Miller.
The beauty of a ball thrown by Snowden, but just a little bit too out in front for Miller.
That's really smart there by Snowden. He saw the Cardinals had an extra man on the field, so he took the deep shot.
And penalties are a killer in Calvert Hall. They're certainly not the only reason why you're down this much, but I know Tyler Ward's going to want to clean theirs up.
Oh, the flag is going to be waved off.
Interesting.
So now it's 4th down, and Spalding is going to have to punt this away.
And
I guess maybe they're saying Snowden didn't give him enough time to get off. So
outside of that end of half situation, this has been the first stop for this Calvert Hall defense.
And it will be punted away. Oh, it's muffed. And that's going to be Spalding ball. Chris Hewitt dropped it. It looked like Spalding with the clear recovery to me.
Roger Bredenkamp, the tight end playing special teams. Johnny on the spot takes advantage of a Hewitt mistake.
So the Cardinals finally get their stop, and then they give it right back on the punt.
That's one that you're going to look at on film and just, those are killers right there. Had a chance to get this high-powered Spalding offense off the field, and it comes down to special teams. You got to get it done in all 3 phases, Tyler. And I'm saying that's Tyler Lotze, not Tyler Ward.
Well, now the refs are going to talk this over. Are they going to say that maybe the Spalding gunner interfered with the catch? It's a fair catch. You have to give him a little bit of space, Jordan.
But also, that ball did go right through the hands, hit the ground. Once that ball hits the ground, it is a live ball.
I think this is going to be Calvert Hall football. I think it's going to be kick-catch interference, and Calvert Hall
lucky break there
is going to take it back. Let's take another look at this. So Chris Hewitt is back deep to try to catch this for Calvert Hall. There's nobody near him. I'm not sure what the call is. That is.
we could
The
potentially-
offense is on the field.
We're talking about, and I'm just hearing the ref next to us in the booth. Kyle Schmidt may have called a timeout before the punt was taken off. So we're seeing Spalding coming back out on offense on their side of the field, and it looks like that might have been the case, is that Kyle Schmidt got a timeout, wanted to think about it, and is now deciding to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, it's fourth down here for Spalding. Snowden drops back to pass, throws near side, and it's caught through the defender. Igwebe comes down with it. After all that, Spalding will keep the ball.
So timeout well spent. Snowden wanted Igwebe all the way. Dangerous pass, but great play by 13, getting his hands up and then just going simply making a play there.
Travis Farthing went for the pick. It was fourth down. All he had to do was knock it away, and the Cardinals would have gotten the stop. Another mistake there for the Cardinals. It just has not been their night. We've seen some positives from them. It's only game one for them in their league.
No doubt, but not only does that conversion go for a first down, but you're also chewing off that clock if you're Spalding.
Snowden. Near side, Leadbetter gets a great block, and he's got a first down. His legs still churning as he takes it down to the 31.
Great disciplined offensive line play on those screens. First, you're looking for the blocks, but also you don't want to be ineligible downfield. They do all that. They stay disciplined and allow Leadbetter to simply make a play.
Xavier Melvin is down for Calvert Hall. And that will stop the clock at 2:56. I just can't believe the poise of Snowden on these gotta have it third and fourth downs.
I mean, again, that's what great players do. And I know he's only a freshman, but he's playing like a senior out there.
But again, this Spalding team has Malik Washington come in here. They win their first ever A Conference title. Then they win two more. Washington goes to Maryland, and now it's a new season, and it's a new guy, it seems, and Brian Snowden leading the way.
But you know what? You see a lot of similarities. You kind of see a similar type trajectory, and you don't want to start making comparisons, especially for a freshman. But just look at a guy
it's hard
like
not to when you see
right.
a player in Washington that's setting the world on fire at Maryland in his freshman year at the college level.
Right.
And now you see Snowden doing the same thing here in high school in his former spot, as it's good to see Xavier Melvin, the junior for the Cards.
Two very poised young men to finish off your point, Tyler.
And I'm sure Washington looking on very proud at what he is seeing from number 9. Snowden hands it off. That's Pinson up the middle, and it takes 3, 4, 5 Cardinals to finally bring him down.
That's what it's going to take to get these Spalding backs down, is literally, as you said, Tyler, 3, 4, 5 Cardinals to try to bring down Pinson as we get another look at this. Just the effort, the power. Love it.
The fifth one there, Mikey Sarwar finally wrestled him to the ground. Snowden snapped it too early. The chains were still moving. Chains can't keep up with this Spalding offense.
The up-tempo offense, I mean, it's just an absolute beauty to see. It's dangerous for the rest of the MIAA. Of course, just looking ahead in the MIAA schedule, Calvert Hall will go to MSJ next week.
So now the call is going to be changed to second down and short here for Spalding.
Spalding will go to Gilman next week.
So that clock continuing to tick down here as Spalding looks to put it away. That's Pinson up the middle, and again it takes a gaggle of Cardinals to bring him down. That will move the chains again.
Number 16 just doesn't want to go down. You always see that extra burst of effort there from him. And that's what you want to get out of your backs. He's just a tough, gritty guy.
Snowden with Pinson to his left. It was all Leadbetter in the first half, all Pinson so far here in the second. Snowden fires, has his man Igwebe, who flips in for the touchdown.
How about the sidearm throw from Brian Snowden and the even better catch from Igwebe?
5 touchdowns tonight for Snowden. What a night for him. What a performance by Spalding.
I don't have a vote in County Player of the Year, but if I had to make an early guess, Igwebe is going to be at the top of that list for me.
15 touchdowns, just 1 interception so far in the young career of number 9.
Yeah, just look at that. How about that throw there? Throwing it through a window, putting it on a spot where Igwebe can get it, and then the acrobatics from number 13. Just an absolute baller.
Style points at the end.
No doubt. You see him, he's hyped up about it. It doesn't get much better. He's like, you just see it in his face. He's like, what can I do out there? Teammates love it. Just, you can tell he's just such a likable guy for this Spalding team, a leader for this team. You know, I read an article in the Capital Gazette about how, you know, he was one of the guys that worked with Brian Snowden over the summer.
So Spalding is going to boot this away. And that is going to bounce into the end zone. Clock is now running due to the score, 49-14. It's been a dominant night here for Spalding. They will look to continue that here by getting a stop. Let's see if the Cardinals run a play.
First team defense still out there for Spalding. Let's see if they get out the run and play. Running clock going.
Yeah, I don't think so. The refs are still negotiating where this ball is going to be placed, and that will take us to the 4th. So it's all Spalding so far tonight, 49-14. We will be back 12 more minutes to play here in Severn. Welcome back here to Spalding. 4th quarter now underway as the handoff goes to Holmes, and he is wrestled down in the backfield.
This Spalding defense, and it's another injury for this Calvert Hall offense. You certainly don't like to see that, especially down big.
Yeah, that's Michael Johnson who is down, and he will be helped up by Misha Morozov. And now he's going to go back down. I think he's cramping, and Morozov's going to try to help him out.
It is a hot night here in Severn. Unusually hot night here in fall.
49-14 Spalding as Misha Morozov continues to help out Johnson. So for this Cardinal team, I think right now, Jordan, you just want to finish strong.
Yeah, absolutely. You just want to put together some positive plays, some positive drives, and really give yourself some momentum heading into what's going to end up being a big game against MSJ next week.
Yeah, MSJ 4-0.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, you talk about where this seeding could end up, you know, in the MIAA A Conference, and Spalding, you know, being one of those teams at the top. We saw them get a win against McDonough last week, likely pending any miraculous comeback, going to get another win here against Calvert Hall. So that top of that MIAA A Conference is going to get tight. Every game counts, certainly.
Yeah, remember, you're playing for a home playoff game.
Exactly.
And that means a lot.
Especially for, teams like Spalding, like Calvert Hall, where you got to give credit to the student sections
Right.
that really show out.
Yeah, the home field advantage is definitely a big thing, especially as that calendar turns into October and then November for the semifinal.
Absolutely, and when you can get the home games under the lights, it truly just doesn't get much better than that, and you truly create an advantage that's like no other.
Remember, the championships are here at Spalding this year, and I'm sure that the Cavaliers would love to play in them at their own party. Calvert Hall hosted last year and did not make it. As that handoff goes to O'Connell, he gets a few up the middle.
Again, you just want to keep getting positive yards. You're Calvert Hall. You understand you're down by a lot, but just putting together a string of positive plays, ones that you can go back on film and look at and say, okay, we got something to work with here.
So it's Noll with O'Connell to his right. Now Noll rolls to his right, fires to Morozov. He keeps his feet in bounds and gets towards the 40-yard line. Misha Morozov has been very good tonight in this passing game for the Cards.
No doubt, making plays all over the field. You see he's got a little bit of burst in him, a little bit of speed element. Number 14 certainly had a great game for this Calvert Hall offense. Been one of the bright spots.
So the Cards move the chains, but again, remember, the clock is running due to the score here in the fourth quarter. And again, for Calvert Hall, you just want to take some momentum with you into that MSJ game as O'Connell with a burst there. And again, this is what the Cardinals have really wanted to do all night long, is just stay in front of the chains. And O'Connell has tried to do his best to do that there with a strong run. Noll throws far side, and Lanier will make the catch. He steps out of bounds. And with 9.5 to go, again, it just continues to tick away.
Yeah, and if you're Calvert Hall, you're certainly playing ball control offense and keeping the ball moving.
The handoff goes to Holmes. Far side, he's got enough for first down.
Again, Holmes just a quick twitchy back with burst. And again, just positive plays for this Calvert Hall offense.
This is a good drive here for the Cardinals.
You see this Spalding defense rotating guys in and out. Starting to go into the too deep a little bit. This running clock, Calvert Hall just trying to play ball control.
Don't worry about the clock right now if you're the Cardinals. You just got to try to play your offense and take something here for this game is over, and that's this swarming Spalding defense there again.
Yeah, simply see ball, get ball for this Spalding defense, and they've keyed in on number one all night. He certainly had some lanes and made a couple plays to get 14 points up on the board, but they've made enough stops on him to have this big lead.
Noll steps up, fires it downfield over the head of Morozov, and Joseph Cousette, just a freshman in there in coverage, sees that sail just out of reach.
Yeah, you see Spalding now going through the 2 deep, trying to get these freshmen some playing time. Again, still a group that, has its fair share of vets, but is also very young. So getting these freshmen valuable reps here late in the game, certainly going to be valuable down the stretch for the Cavaliers.
7:10 to go here in the fourth. Handoff to O'Connell. He will slide looking for the first down. Gets awfully close. It's going to be 4th and short.
O'Connell's just been one of the bright spots. I mean, look at this burst of speed right there and the blocks there by the lineman.
And once he starts to feel himself going down, Jordan, he dove to try to get as much as he could.
It's like a worm out there. He wants to keep sliding through it.
So the Cardinals obviously going to go for it here. They will look over to their sideline for the play.
And the one positive for Calvert Hall is this has been a nice long drive to milk some clock. It's certainly one where they're going to watch back on film and just, no matter what the result is, just be happy with the way that they've been able to milk this clock.
That's O'Connell again, and he will be stopped. The Cavaliers front seven have dominated tonight. They do so yet again there, and they give their offense back the football.
It was the linebacker, Justin Snowden, there again. He's been a part of this Spalding defense that's been all over the field. I really like what I'm seeing from these linebackers. Sheffers, Snow, Boston, they've all played really well and just got it done. And now, Spalding here on offense with Chase McNelly.
They go from one freshman to another. McNelly hands it off in a big run up the middle. Into the game comes Ahmed Prettyman, and he explodes for his longest run of the season.
Whew. This Calvert Hall offense is dangerous. It doesn't matter who is in the game. Prettyman, the sophomore.
And now a throw over to the far side that will be caught by Andrew Hall. Hall has a bit of shake as he dives forward. And there's another injured Cardinal down. That's Luke Speecher.
And Speecher's been one of the bright spots for this Calvert Hall defense. It's been a tough go for them. But I certainly have to give guys like Speecher credit where it's due, just for their presence all over the field.
So Spalding trying to keep their foot on the gas here tonight. Hall's in motion. The handoff will go to Prettyman, and he will burst forward for first down.
And this is a Spalding team that wants to get some momentum heading into a matchup with Gilman, and Gilman always a tough out for them, and really just a tough out in the MIAA. It's never easy for an MIAA game. Gilman's sitting at 2-2 as well. They currently, as it stands, it looks like they beat St. Mary's tonight. So that makes things interesting in this MIAA A Conference race.
St. Mary's, of course, Spalding's next home game. We will have the call for that one for you as Prettyman finds another first down. That game on October 3rd, another Friday night. Let's take another look at this run, though, by Prettyman. 5 carries coming into the night. He has looked fantastic.
How about the horizontal shiftiness from Prettyman? And again, just finding a hole, getting right through it. I mean, you just can't compliment this Spalding offense enough.
McNelly gives to Prettyman again. Prettyman goes up the middle and is stuffed.
Not the worst thing in the world. You're still getting positive yardage. You have to give credit to this Calvert Hall defense that's made a couple plays here and there. I mean, granted, they've given up some of the big ones, but, certainly, they've made the plays in between the trenches. I wouldn't say quite stopping the Spalding run game, but certainly trying their best to slow it down.
McNelly is the quarterback. He gives to Prettyman again, and Prettyman stopped short of the goal line. He gets to the 4.
You can see it in that kid's eyes. He's smelling the end zone.
He sees an opportunity here to get 6 on the board. So 3rd down from the 3-yard line here. Goal to go for Spalding.
See if they can get him in the end zone. Ooh.
Can this backup group find a touchdown? We will see after this timeout, as looks like the Cardinals want to talk things over.
Be interesting to see Spalding on third down. We've certainly seen them in the red zone, whether it's the RPOs going to the passing game or keeping it on the ground. It really just feels like an embarrassment of riches. So we'll see what Kyle Schmidt dials up here. And how about a look at that Spalding band? It's Hawaiian night here in Severn. Everyone with the Hawaiian shirts. Certainly one of the best parts of high school football is the different theme nights. Spalding done a great job over the years getting their student section fired up.
Yeah, the Cavs faithful have really shown up tonight.
Marching band doing a great job as well. Couldn't ask for a better night of football.
McNelly to his right. He's going to throw to the end zone. That's Hall. He's in. Touchdown, Spalding. Everybody getting in on the party tonight.
Yeah, again, another run-pass option there. McNelly could have taken it himself. Opts to make a rather difficult throw being that close and gets it done.
Andrew Hall did not have a catch before tonight. He has 2 on that drive, including 1 for the score.
I mean, listen, it doesn't matter who for this Spalding offense. They're certainly getting it done. 55, that's their largest point total on the year so far, so really complete effort from this Cavalier team.
And now Jackson Osmond is in for the extra point. And Osmond's kick is up, and it is through. 56-14 Spalding. As the clock continues to wind down, let's take another look at this touchdown here, freshman to sophomore.
I mean, listen, first it looked like he wanted to run, then he just threw it up for grabs, and Hall coming down, the footwork good. A great play there by Hall. That's one that certainly going to go on the huddle tape for him.
Oh, absolutely. That'll be up by tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. We might see that one on Instagram, too. You know, he's going to want to show that one off. 56 points, the largest output for this Spalding offense all season long. Not only that, only giving up 14 on the other hand. Great momentum for this defense that's going to play a Gilman team next week that only put up 6 on offense.
So now Spalding is going to kick this away. The clock continues to run down. Jackson Osmond in no rush. And I think this is probably going to be the final play of this game. That's a live football, and it will be scooped up by Holmes. He will go down, and that should do it. Clock will wind down, and for Spalding, the 3-time defending champs moved to 2-0 in league play, mostly thanks to that man leading at the handshake line. What a game for the freshman Brian Snowden. 5 passing touchdowns.
I mean, just his poise, command, decision-making, big arm. He's got everything you want in a quarterback. His future is bright, and just another great performance out of number 9.
A dominant showing by both sides of the ball tonight for Spalding.
Yeah, absolutely. Snowden leading the offense, Igwebe, Leadbetter, and then these Spalding linebackers just making play after play after play, really stopping this Calvert Hall run and, you know, keeping their offense at bay.
So once again, the final score here tonight, Spalding 56, Calvert Hall 14. We will be back here in Ball Surreal Media on October 3rd as the St. Mary's Saints come to Severn for a big-time rivalry matchup. You don't want to miss that one. 7 p.m. kickoff there. Until then, for our producer, Paul Garza, for George Johnson, I am Tyler Lochte saying so long tonight from Spalding. Spalding, the big winners here under the Friday Night Lights.